Now, don't you be guilty of trying to judge these things, all right? What you do is you do the work set that is called for by your training log. Those are the jumps that you have been successfully making for quite some time. And you load the work set, and you do the work set, and you don't care how it feels. You just get it done. And then you do the next work set, and then you do the third work set, and now you're done. And you finish all 15 of the reps. And then what you do is for the next workout, you go up 5 pounds, because that's the process. You are in control of the process. Now, there will come a time when you miss a rep. There's going to be a day where you do everything you're supposed to do. You rest the right amount of time between your work sets. You do your warm-ups correctly. Everything has been done according to the process that has previously generated a 5-pound increase in that work set weight. Every time you train, there will be a time when you miss the last 2 reps of the last work set. It's going to happen. But it's not going to happen now. It will happen at some point in the future. All right? But it's not going to happen. It may be 7 months of constant 5 pounds of workout progress. If you don't do something stupid like back off because you thought it felt hard today. It doesn't matter how it feels. You can show up one day. You could show up today, and for this 2-hour period that you're supposed to be training today, you could end up being a fucking pussy. It happens. All right? No fault of your own. There's just something wrong. And shit may feel bad, but that doesn't give you permission to not do the last rep of the last work set. Do it. Because if you don't do it, then you don't know what the process would have generated on that last rep. You may go down and you may get pinned. And if you do, you have data. We're at a stopping point. Or you may take the last rep down and it may come up and it may feel like shit, but it comes back up and you rack it like I did that day. And you may say to your spotters, man, that looked like, that sure did feel like shit. I'm glad you guys were there. And they might tell you, it didn't look any different than the second set. What are you talking about? Because you don't know. Your perceptions are not reliable on these things. So you rely on the process, and the process is the thing that you are in absolute control of. Okay? You have to correctly apply the process. Don't get the big head and try to go up 20 pounds from last workout on your squat. I don't care where you are in your training progression. Don't do something stupid like that. The process is the process, and it always generates the results if you'll follow the process. And that's in your complete control. Here's your training book. Here's the barbell. Load it. Do the work. Don't cut the squats off. Don't fail to deadlift. Don't fail to try the last rep of the work set. Make sure you're spotted correctly. Make sure you're in a rack with pins, whatever the protection you need, so that you know you're not going to kill yourself. Okay, but don't fail to do that which you control. The process of doing it.
If you're doing everything mostly right and you completed the last workout and you completed the workout before that, it's only 5 more pounds. You can complete the workout.
It's 5 pounds.
When you're in a situation where you are needing a programming change because the recovery equation is not balancing out anymore, that situation occurs over the course of workout to workout to workout. You see it coming for probably, as a novice, maybe a couple weeks. As a further along lifter, intermediate, advanced, a little bit longer. But in other words, it's a slope that kind of goes like this. It's not this all of a sudden you fucking start failing reps.
No.
So my point being, in the vein of this discussion, you look back at the last 3 workouts, you got them done. Bar speed was fine. Slow, grindy, that's normal. It's supposed to be slow. It's supposed to be grindy. It's supposed to be heavy. It's 5 more pounds. Take 5 pounds
if
in
it's
your
not
hand,
slow and grindy, it's not a
getting
training
you
weight.
stronger. Yeah, it's not getting you stronger.
It's not a training weight.
So it's a 5-pound plate. That's how much more you have on the bar today, right? So, in other words, just don't let your brain be the thing that fucks you up.
Join us again this week on Starting Strength Radio. We're going to talk about your training again we're going to take a little different approach to discussing training this week. I think it'll be interesting to you. We're going to talk about the stress recovery adaptation cycle and what you can do to maximize the effects of that. Friday, Starting Strength Radio. Be there. Aloha.